It's time to be a spaceman. Alright, like I was just saying, I think this time I want to spend some time primarily working on setting up rocketry and getting some rockets going. So let's take a look at that. I think that we basically have everything we could need to get started. Let's just get to it. Let's start putting the new factory to good use here. Make life a lot easier. So what are we going to need for this? A rocket. What's up, cat? We need a rocket. What goes into a rocket? Probably one of these, I'm guessing. Let's do, you gotta do one with this. You gotta do the buttons to do the right things. What else we got? Gonna want a computer for that. Give me one computer. What else are we gonna need? The rocket. I was looking for rocket stuff here. I wasn't seeing anything. Is that gonna be in the auto lathe? Rocket. Rocket manufactory. Is this its own thing? Interesting. There might be a new item, and it I'm like, oh no, it's a new chute. We're gonna have to plug another option in here. I didn't make the right amount of machines, maybe. They might have made a new machine. Alright, give me one rocket manufactory. What is a rocket manufactory? I'm guessing it's whatever we need to build rocket things, since I'm not seeing that elsewhere. You got any rocket things? I see no rocket things. We see that this guy auto-requested the gold that it needed, and then does its job. Nice. He's gonna poop out one rocket machine, and then we're gonna look at the rocket machine. Is there a mod for that? A mod for the rocket machine? No. Okay. Got a nice computer. And a nice rocket control motherboard. And we're going to need to decide where we want to do that. I think I want that indoors in a room similar to this, where we could like see what's going on and watch rockets come in and out. But I think we do want that inside. We want to be able to just like remote control everything with our suit off in a habitable space. So we could break off this direction is probably good. We could just add like a control center right in the middle of this area. Just like a little bridge over. That would probably be okay. I'm tempted to make that out of just like a ring of walls, or even make it completely glass, like the floor is glass. That could be fun. But we move out a little bit and then make a rocket area there maybe. Connected to the main hallway, and then put the rockets back there. I think that would be okay. Just thinking out loud. It's also kind of cluttering this area. You could break out a wall, like here, and then put it out there, and then watch things go. That could work too. Like right here, this whole area could just be a pathway, basically. That's tempting. That's close to the front door. And the trading. Decisions. Hard decisions. Where do I put the rocket room? Gotta put it somewhere. Alright, what do you got for me? This looks like a whole new building. Interesting. I wonder too, this is probably like never gonna get used. Maybe I just manually load it, because that's still an option. We could just put this dude off in a corner or something. I doubt I'm gonna be doing a lot of rocket stuff, but I also bet we could add this guy with relatively little additional work. We have to do one more shoot and tweak our program super slightly. That's kind of tempting to do. Where would I put it to? This is an awkward thing. I didn't expect this fifth machine. It's making things tricky. Maybe somewhere over here. I feel like back in this corner area is pretty okay. Alright, let's put you here. We'll deal with that. Alright, rocket manufactory. What is this guy? First off, you need power. You probably just pull that off the main line. In fact, we'll want to do that if we want to automate it. I'm tempted to automate it just because we can. I think I'll manually load it. We're going to manually load it for now. Okay. Alright, that should be power. What do you do? I've not seen this. Interesting. Stuff. You do stuff. I have no idea how any of this works. I think they've done some really significant changes to the rockets since I last used them. I've only used them, I used them in the past a few times. And I used them to, they would basically just go up and they ran some IC code to mine stuff until they were out of fuel. And then they came back and they unloaded, refueled, and just did that forever. Just automated general production. That gave like all resources. And then I collected them into giant pits instead of vending machines. I had little like ball pits. And then within like 10 hours of play, my game became unusably laggy because of gigantic ball pits overflowing with materials. That's how I learned how to do that. That's why we do vending machines and dump excess into lava. If anything, to help with the rendering, since they disappear when they enter the vending machine. That's a tangent. I'm just thinking there's a lot of stuff here. We might end up wanting to use this quite a bit. Maybe we do want to program this in. I don't think it's very hard to do. It's like a 10-minute detour, and then we never have to deal with loading any material into this thing again. Right away. I didn't want to program in right away. First problem. Looks like it'd be good to program here. Just looking at what we have here. So it looks like there's heads on the rocket. We're probably going to want to do the deep scanning. Just see what's going on our current area. Got a deep scanner and a general scanner. I wonder what the difference is. Looks like we only get one head at a time, I'm guessing. Probably want multiple rockets. I assume you could do it all with one and just like swap out the setup, but you probably want like a scout rocket and a mining rocket. I'm guessing we'll want a few rockets. Just looking at like what's the difference here. I think these are more expensive material for the higher speed. I'm guessing that's what we want. Maybe the long term. So that like it doesn't wear out over time. We could do the ice. Ice here would be huge for this planet. That's free water. But at this point we've also solved the water problem. We're only gaining water. So we're not too concerned with that. We'd have to like deal with it because it's gonna be, if we, let's see. I was thinking it would cause explosions. I don't think it will cause explosions. I think worst case it's just gonna turn to steam and disappear. I was thinking like the oxygen in it might combine with the volatiles to explode, but I don't think that's the case. Anyway, if we try and mine ice, then just being exposed to the atmosphere is going to make it melt, just like disappear, and have steam going everywhere. It'd be annoying. So we'll probably not want ice at all. I kind of like that they've split this up. Probably just want to go for mineral. And maybe long term if that doesn't break. Looks like high speed or long term. I'm guessing this one you have to replace, and this one you can just run forever and automate. That's my theory. So we probably want the scout to go out and figure out what's around us and see our own planet even. And then we'll probably find a planet or two that are useful. Maybe automate a drill to automatically go there. Maybe even tie it to the vending machines and send it off when we're low on anything that it can farm. That is very far ahead. of where we are right now, but just kind of thinking. Then we got all sorts of stuff and things. I don't know what any of this is. Probably just like make some things and try and see what does it look like. How does it plug in? I'm guessing we have sections. It looks like we have tanks, launch tower, and then I think there I saw like storage basically. It looks like we also have liquid engines or gas engines. Pumped gas rocket, pressure fed gas. I wonder, what are these? How do they work? And is this motivation for us to do liquid cooling to make like liquid oxygen and liquid volatiles and feed those into a rocket and have it be more effective? That sounds fun. That's something I've wanted to do for a while. Along with that, I think for doing that kind of liquid cooling, for doing more cooling, we could just plug in another evaporation series cooler like this for nitrogen. We're gonna need a big collection of nitrogen. We probably want to like get the oxygenated trading set up, start bringing in the biggest traders and just buy like huge bulk amounts of nitrogen. That should be a one-time cost. It'll be like a closed system, but we're gonna need like pools and pools of nitrogen if we want to be doing mass evaporation. I would like to build a copy-pasted version of this for nitrogen that dumps its heat into the pollution here so that we could achieve much lower temperatures, and that could be what we use to make fuel for rockets. Alright, and I feel like you need to be plugged in. I'm not happy about it, but I think I'm gonna do it. This guy should be all shooted up so that we don't have to think about it. First off, I'm just gonna take a quick check and make sure that it's got the same sort of programming. Show me the rocket manufacturing. What do you have for logic? Seeing standard things. Execute recipe, wait till next valid. So it's got the same commands. We should be able to use this one. Just like we're using the others. This should just plug right in. Okay, that's good. You have to monitor how much power you send through one line. You do, but it's pretty easy. There's basically small wire, which can do 5 kilowatts, and large wire, which can do 100 kilowatts. So you have one big heavy watt wire. It does all of your, it's like your main line basically. And then you just draw from that. Very similar to oxygen not included. You just throw a transformer on, pull off the main line, and have a smaller circuit. And we can see that too if we like open up the X-ray vision. That's exactly what we've got going on all over the place. Alright, what do you need? How do I plug you in? We're gonna need a bunch of chutes to connect to you. It's gonna need a new toggle. We're gonna need to tweak our programming and add another setting here. it's so fucking gross. No. Come on. No, what are you doing? Please. No. No, not like this. Why? Come on. What if I do like a dot and then like a dot and then like a dot? There we go. And you get a dot. better. Boom. Rocket. We got a new setting here for Rocket. Rocket is now number 6. This guy needs to go to 6. 7, I mean. Oh, which means we need to pull. I'm going to save this just in case. We should be clear to just pull this thing off. There's a little bit of glass in the way here. There it is. Alright, so you go to 7. I'm going to leave the glass off. No, doesn't matter. Looks the same. Alright, so this goes to 7. We're gonna eat and drink because the dude's all breathy. And I need a bunch of chutes. Do I have any chutes? I think I need to craft chutes. I remember we made a bunch. Okay, I've still got a good amount. I think I do need a powered chute. We might have one in the wall. Powered chute. Okay, so we need a new powered chute here for 6. I think I need to open this, actually. I'm gonna save just in case. This might let off some bad gases. This needs to open so that we can get the wiring in. And did that cause trouble? Is that gonna make some volatiles enter the room? I see nothing interesting. Looks still like perfect air. Perfect air composition. Okay, so we pull that up. Make a little bit of room here so that we can run the wires through, and then we can make our digital chute. What is it? It's not a valve. It's this flippy floppy boy. We need to flippy floppy it. Oh, that was it. There we go. Alright. You get painted white and labeled. Turned on. Labeled 6, I believe. 6. 6. Okay. Alright, so this will be our chute. We need the overflow. We need the power. And then we need to direct it into the machine. It needs to be all beautiful windows. Overflow can just dump right here is good. Is it though? Let's go out and down a little. That's better. So overflow will go down here. It'll bounce off stuff. Let's run this one through the ceiling a little. I like that idea. Just real quick, I'll paint a few of these. I remember this is the hardest part. Making all the windows. It's the hardest part. Well, I already messed it up. It's too hard.
Jetpack
Is this gray? Oh no, it's white. It's just got the brown tint. Are we on shoots? I don't think we're gonna have enough. Let's craft a few. I want shoots. I want a bunch. Give me 30. Okay, that's good progress. What else do we have? We need to run one more up. I feel like it should combine with it like here. Or even lower. Right here is probably good. Let's see, get a junction. Goes this way. That's just going up and then in and then out into the center. That'll connect to the out. Okay. Get that going a little bit. You guys are purple? Purple. This has got a stacker. Do I have any spare stackers on me? Maybe not. Maybe on the wall. Not something I keep many of. Any stackers? What do stackers look like? That. Okay. Seems good. Just following an identical pattern to these four. Nothing new or interesting here. Which is good. It should be minimal effort to copy paste the design. Have it immediately work with no real programming. Add one new variable for resource number 6 here. And we're gonna need to rip up the ground too. Alright. Oh, I forgot, this is gonna need a bunch of dials too. It's gonna need 3 dials and a switch. Where's the right spot? Those are on the far right. 3 dials first. Do we have dials? What do dials look like? Some sort of I/O input. Is it a logic I/O? Maybe. Give me one of these. Are you the right guy? Nope. Damn it. It's a good try. Some sort of inputty thing. Might just be a switch. I've built so many. I just can't remember. Logic switch? You seem promising. Give me one of you. There isn't any sort of dial, is there? No. Input. Logic. Switch, probably. Yeah. Alright, what do I need? Just 2 more of those? 1, 2 should be good. I've already got another. Okay, give me 2 of these. And what about chutes? We can do a couple chutes real quick. Chutes go this way. And this guy's got to go out and up and connect. Whoops. Is that not enough still? Give me another 50. Begin. Okay, looks good. You are the rocket. No, it's gonna be the hundreds rocket. There we go. Tens rocket. Ones rocket. On run switch rocket. Just run, I think. Run rocket. You are the stacker rocket. Turn that on. Oh, that messed with it, I think. Interesting. Let's see what that does. It's out of IC chips. IC chip. Give me like 10 of these. I think I have 1 or 2 to spare in here. No, just empty. All good. Alright, there's that. Got an IC chip for me. Plonk. So the code here is just the same. First off, let's save this, make sure it's been saved. I'm pretty sure it has, but this is the furnace manager. Yes, yes. Okay, so this is the crafter controller. So we're just gonna grab our code. Does this need any changes at all? I don't think so. Pretty sure there's nothing to do here other than wire it up correctly, and we have to change the code up there very, very slightly. Okay, so you go in here, you will immediately break and say you need inputs. Inputs that we should be good to give you. You need the crafter, which is the rocket manufactory. Alright, here comes some clicking. I gotta do some clicking. Gotta rotate through a whole bunch of objects on this line for rocket manufactory. Oh. Got him. Hundreds is Hundreds rocket. I believe. Got him. Tens rocket. Tens rocket. Ones rocket. Oh, we're getting it. Run switch is run rocket. I blinked. I probably passed it right when I blinked. No blinking. This is serious business. There it is. Run rocket. Okay. Any others? Stacker rocket, right? Caps rocket? Yeah. Got him. Okay, that is all the programming. At least for syncing these up. Let's change the labels. Now that they're all wired, we can get rid of the little tag at the end. Just a little nicer to read. You should probably be less loud. Okay. I'm gonna save just in case. Nothing should happen when we turn this on, but it should run. Good. And then we need to adjust our code up here to enable the new input. Alright, so let's see. You moved here, import, edit. And what code is this? This is our shoot control. Okay. What new things do we need here? What is this? Probably need to copy this pattern for new hash 6. Okay, and this is just selecting the target shoot to be able to target hash number 6. Good. Okay, is that it? Is that all we need to do? That allows us to hit 6. The max is controlled by the dial, which we've already changed. Seems fine. Export. Throw it in. Also update our code for our vending dial. Sounds right. Yes? It's the mall dial. I feel like mall dial would be a better name, but that's okay. Overwrite. I am going to call this mall dial. I'm going to delete this. We're going to create new. Mall dial. And hopefully not regret that. Seems good. Okay, so mall dial's updated. This guy needs to be plugged in as well. But just based on the fact that this is named 6, that's now going to be an accessible parameter. 6 should turn this thing on. And we can test that by going to 6. 6 should do you. Yeah, maybe. You thinking about it? You gonna work? There it is. So 6 goes in. That's plugged in now. To route to the new rocket manufactory, and then 7 should still go ground. Passes straight through to ground. Okay, seems good. Maybe forgetting something here. But we're getting there. What else do we have? Got it plugged in. We got the input and output routed. We don't have the input and output routed. Where's the curvy one? Give me the curvy one. Curvy. Yeah, this is worth doing. This is a little bit of a chore, but we're almost done. And now all rocket things will be automated. Okay, input and output are plugged in. You're plugged in. Let's weld this shut. Okay. So that is the code for the chute. That is the physical pipes for the chute. We need the code for the mall manager guy. So we edit. We can import. Edit. Is the mall manager guy. Mall manager guy expects to go up to, let's see, we don't have 6 here, so we'll push 6. Target chute for rocket. It'll now go to 6, which means in our loop where we're getting memory, we can now add a, let's see, we can now add another one here, another branch, to load the regent here from our D rocket. This is going to be for 4. So this is the 4 is the index on the stack. We got the stack of the various chutes. So this is index 0 is chute 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6. So index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Index 4 is targeting chute 6 for the rocket machine. And that's what we're seeing down here. We're branching on our loading memory to say index 4 is going to target the rocket machine, which needs to be plugged in. Let's take a look at our D inputs. We've got the auto lathe, pipe bender tools, electronics, and we've got room. So we'll say alias D rocket is going to be D4. And that should give us our D rocket. Do we have room for an extra line? We do. Do that. So now down here, D rocket is going to plug into our rocket machine, and then it'll do the same everything for grabbing memory and checking if it needs anything and that sort of thing. So I think this is the last piece that we're missing for the chutes to be all ready to go. This is the mall manager. We will overwrite the code. We will confirm. We will export. We will throw this down. Nothing should happen. Or you should break because number 6 isn't set up. Let me drink. Bro's thirsty. He's always so thirsty. Drink. Okay, where were we? Breathing heavily, looking for new D4 input is going to be our rocket manufactory. So this should be the last one that we have to wire up, I think, and then we can test it. I believe. Come on, motherfucker. Oh, is that it? Is that the tool? Tool manufactory. Come on. I have to have passed it. Oh, there we go. Rocket manufactory. Okay, I'm going to save. This should be fine, though. This should run without breaking. No issues now. That device is plugged in. So we can't see anything right now, but in theory, it is running over the all of the devices, and that now includes our rocket manufactory. which has no orders or anything currently. So let's go ahead and finish this up real quick. These are purple and green. They have to be colored right for my mental health. Gotta make things look good. It's nice, having a nice space is nice. Anyway, let's say I want you to make me I don't know, what do I want? Probably a scanning head. Give me one of these. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna click go. This should get picked up by you. Did you immediately break? You immediately turned off. If I turn you off, turn you on again. Let me check this. Hundreds, tens, ones, run, stacker rocket, 1, right? Can I set you to 1? Oh no, you're stuck on 0. I see. We forgot to set max values. These guys, this is the hundreds column, tens column, 1 column. They all go from 0 to 9. So the max we could do is like 999. That's plenty. Anyway, you can't make 1 of anything if you can't turn the dial to 1. There we go. It should put in the order, which it can't do. So that should get picked up here to try and deliver to 6. We see that going through, and it shits on the floor. And it shits on the floor right here. That's where it shits on the floor. That's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. I wanted you to shit on the floor. Twice is even better. Just keep shitting on the floor. Apparently. What's going on here? So it's turning to 6. It's doing the dials. It's going through. It's not quite. You gotta stop. Stop shitting on the floor. I think it's a timing issue. Everything's right. It's setting the dial, and then right before it gets through, this is turning. God damn it. Okay. We're getting closer. We're gonna turn that off. We're gonna feed the potato man a potato. I need to run ads, and then we're gonna adjust this. This thing's almost done. Come on, potato man. I believe in you. You can do this. You got the copper. 3 times? Yes, that makes sense. Because it set the memory once when we started the run. And then it's just sitting in the same spot of saying I need copper and gold right now. I understand. Alright, let's take a look at the code. What's going on here? What's our problem? What's happening? Everything's happening correct. It's seeing that it needs things. It's distributing the things. It's setting the chutes correctly. Things are running through the chutes. And then right before they hit the end, the chutes are thinking it's done and it's wrapping everything up. So somewhere in here, we've told it to sleep for a while. Right here. So all this is working correctly. I think we're sleeping for 10 seconds, and that's actually too much. Or not enough. 10 seconds, which is a lot of time, is less than we need to run. The copper's making it in, so this guy's making it in, and then further down the line, this guy is not. I'm sure everything down the line is also not. So 10 seconds is way off. Maybe it's closer to like 20 or even 25. We want to make sure that this is not doing what it's just did, and on a brighter note, if it does make mistakes, it just poops it on the floor, which is one of the best places for things to go. Pretty obvious something's going wrong and not dumping it in the wrong spot. Just like endlessly emptying resources into a machine or the furnace or something. Alright, let's change that 10. Where's that 10? You need to be not 10. How did I lose you? I was just looking at you. Are you serious? Right here. Oh my god. Okay. Let's do... I'm thinking 20. I'm worried 20 might not be enough. Maybe 25. This is the mall manager. Mall manager gets saved, overwritten, confirm, export, go. Okay, so what happens when you have a 25-second delay before setting the thing to 0? We already canceled. Let's try and craft this. It should request gold. Gold should now have more time to run through the system. And that's not going to work because I need to set you to 1, then craft. Okay, here we go. I see 6. I see gold dispensed. Gold runs through system. Goes down. And like immediately switches. Oh, the mode is wrong. I see. I don't think it's timing. What it is it's the mode is wrong. And then it is, it's flipped the toggle. Okay. And it's still on 6 for 25 seconds. Now it turns off. I think the 10 seconds is okay. We've seen it work with stuff at the end of the supply before. Our problem is our mode is wrong. So part of the boot up should be to set all of the chutes to have a correct mode. The mode here, if we look at it, you can see these are all 255. They've been programmed some other time in the past. They're going to take 255 things passing through before they flip the toggle. It's supposed to be like an automatic flip-flop every pass. So now it's 1 out of every 255 it's going to flip, and then programmatically with every iteration of the loop, we set the current quantity to be like 0. So they're always at 0. And that'll keep it from not doing what it's been doing every single time. If that makes sense. So where are we doing that to? Is that in the main function? Is the main function where we're setting the mode? Are we doing that as an initial thing? I know somewhere important, maybe it's in idle. We're setting the value for the dials, or not the dials, but the chutes. We're setting that to be a 0, or at least we were. I might have deleted it. Is that not in this code? That might not be in this code. That might be in this code. Let's take a look at you. Import, edit. Is it because I didn't turn it off? And oh, it's because I need to turn it off and turn it on again. Sorry, so just looking at this, part of the boot up, when it's starting up, is doing exactly what I'm saying. It's setting that output to be 255. And then as well, it's setting that setting to be 0 with every loop. So maybe we even want to move this into here. Because right now what happened is we just like pulled the chip out, or no, what we did is we started this. So it went through the initial boot up and then went into the infinite main loop, and it never touched this line again. So when we went later and plugged in the cable, that setting was wrong. This is like an extreme corner case. But if we put this into main, it's going to happen every time. So sure. Instead of doing it as one time in the startup, we'll do it here. This is our mall dial. Let's update that code with our new important one line got moved. It should never matter again. Turn this off, turn it on again. Okay, so you should be working, and I wanted to adjust you. You shouldn't be 25. 25's bad. Import, edit. 10 was working okay. I'm tempted to do, let's do 12. We're gonna take this as a sign that you should be 12, but we don't want to spend 25 seconds sitting there. You're a mall manager, that gets overwritten. Export, you go here. Okay, so far so good. Immediate problems and immediate fixes. Are you now going to be 255? You were correctly 255, so no more toggling. Now we should see everything go through without a problem. And to test that, we need to build something that has 2 of things that we don't have. And it just built this too, didn't it? Did you poop the thing? There it is. Okay, so requested stuff and poop stuff, so that's already working a little bit. But let's take a look. Let's do, what can we do that has 2 things we don't have? Probably many things. Any of these, we got that. What's something we're actually going to use? A fuselage, maybe? Probably all of these, maybe? Kit avionics, maybe? What's avionics? Is that like wings? Can I put wings on it? That'd be pretty cool. Alright, what about the gas engine? What are we going to do for gas? That's a whole bunch of stuff that we could see shooting down the pipes. The pressure-fed liquid, pressure-fed gas, probably? I'm guessing we're going to need one of these. I have no idea. But this is a good test. There's 4 things here we don't have that we need. So we should see all of those come down the pipe. And then it should make one thing. Let's see. Okay, that gets set. Stuff goes. Beautiful. And then we wait 12 seconds. Which is a long time. Maybe 10 was okay. And then it sets there. Alright, all good. That's working. A little bit of a side quest there. But now we've plugged this into the system and we don't have to deal with any inventory management for it. Worth doing. Let's see. We can just throw these back into the system at the beginning too. To the outside. Those should go right through and re-enter where they came from. Or probably be dumped into lava, now that I think about it. But that's okay too. They're not in the base anymore. It's the important bit. Alright, side quest. Side quest complete. We now have a new manufactory hiding in the corner. Which is all plugged in to the inputs and the outputs and the programming for the automation and the things and stuff. We build stuff. This looks like an engine. Must be placed inside an engine fuselage, so we probably need an engine fuselage. Let's start gathering stuff into a rocket bag. Fuselage. Give me one of these. Let's maybe do some quick cleanup. There we go. I was thinking one of these was mostly housings. Let's grab some icy chips. Love icy chips. How we doing? You making things? Is this taking a minute? Is this the perfect time to eat a bite of salad? Food is good. I didn't realize I have so much time. It's taking a long time to make the rocket parts. That's kind of cool. And I'm immediately happy to have it plugged in. That was definitely a worthy side quest. Making like 100 walls too. Oh my god, it's still going. It's just the one. It takes forever. What else? What should we do? So once this comes out, we can go like place basics for the rocket. I guess we could start setting up a control room. Alright, I still hadn't decided. Do I want to put the wall here? I could do a little path through here to a control room. Or I might put it near the entrance. Over here. I kind of like having the idea. I'm going to do it back there. I like having it deeper in the base. Let's try and design the base so we just live inside an habitable area all the time. We'd never have a reason to go outside. I want space. I want room for activities. I want to control the rockets from like a minute deep into my base. And they're right out there. And if I want to go touch anything, I have to go on a gigantic run out the front airlock. So I can remote control it from far away while being right next to it. All those things. Okay. Are you still crafting? I wish I could see the percentage. The lock kind of messes with you here. Oh, I could see the percentage. We could easily do a console that shows the percentage and even the, like the number of how many are left. Which is 1. 1 here. 70 here. 69. Nice. You done? Ooh, he's done. Alright, I feel like we're gonna need a fuel tank, right? There's no way we don't need a fuel tank. Probably one of these umbilicals. I'm guessing that has to do with filling up on fuel. I don't know, but this is enough to get started. Make me a fuel tank while I go try and do some things. We're in space, living that good space life. Just did a 10-minute, 15, 20-minute, 30-minute, 1-hour side quest to hook up the tool or the rocket manufactory. I didn't know there's a 5th building. Anyway, time for doing some rockets. Rocket side quest. All right, so I'm thinking we have a path, maybe like a 3x2, like this whole area. Can be extended. Just go all the way out here, and then have like a room here where we can see rockets, and then have some rockets, or maybe a line of rockets there. We have like a mission control center, which will probably be one boring computer, and a view of some rockets. I like it. That seems good. Let's lay this out a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. You're dead center. Where do we want to do this? Like here? I want it to be kind of out there. And probably big rectangle. High ceiling. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, maybe even like a glass floor could be fun. Having like a pure glass room seems interesting. What do we need, like one foundation for a computer, and then we could even pull it up after the computer's crafted? Maybe we do a glass floor. I haven't done that before. It's a fun idea. Okay, I'm gonna do one computer in the center. And then it's gonna be glass floor. That's an idea. Alright, so you get to be solid. You are the one solid spot where we will put all the things. What does this need? We need the steel sheets. There we go. I like the idea of an underground silo. That's fun. That's kind of what I was thinking with glass floor, is if they're down below, we could actually watch them taking off more with a glass floor. I haven't done rockets. You got a backseat, game me some rockets. Help me out. It sounds like you've done rockets. How do I do new rockets? I was thinking the gas one, the like gas pressure thing, and then just feed it fuel. I think I remember you saying that it could be fuel, or you could do liquid fuel later if you want to do something fancier. Any things I should know? Should I just plug in some fuel and start scanning, see what happens? I assume I'm gonna want a series of rockets, not just like one. But probably have like ones for different purposes. Gas, fuel, or liquid, normal fuel, or super fuel. Okay, so we don't have super fuel here. We do have normal fuel. And for liquid, is that just the same volatile and oxygen, but in a liquid state? Going big. Big squares, big rectangles, big dreams. Think so? Haven't done liquid, pretty sure it's the same. Okay. I feel like that's something I want to do. That gives me a reason to make the liquid nitrogen cooling. That would be fun. Alright, something like this maybe. Then a little bigger for this room. And then it goes up and just windows everywhere. Only windows. I was thinking all the way up to the ceiling. Or in line with the roof of the main hab, like right here. One of them you just supply fuel, the other you need to supply it under pressure. I was doing the pressure one. We'll see. I'll have to play with it. I was assuming that that'll be no problem. That if we have to add pressure, that'll just be like a couple lines of code. Or even just like a pressure regulator. Something super simple. But I don't know. We're experimenting. New territory. What are rockets like? Let's find out. It's time to go big. We've got big endgame production. Almost completely done with the production line. Gotta build something out of it. Gotta make some beautiful spaces, some big rectangles. I want to make a water. I want to make water running down a pyramid. Maybe with a gigantic sphinx involved somehow. I feel like this needs to happen. I'll have to think about that. Gigantic glass room mission control center sounds fun. I like that idea. Let's rip one of those out real fast. That's not right. Those aren't windows at all. It's gotta be windows. I want to see. Actually, this hallway not so much. Maybe the center one is composite with windows on the side. That'd probably look better. You can still see down, but have a little bit of a floor. How's your Vulcan base? Did you get good cooling? Are your plants thriving? I hope your potatoes are thriving. Yeah, let's adjust this. This one's wrong. This one's wrong. Middle can be solid. Got some basic phase change. Nice. It's pretty fun. Did you figure it out? Does the evaporation make sense now? It's a tricky mechanic. Bit underwhelming. One chamber with one intake fan. Yeah. Yeah, you need a lot more than that. Especially if you want to cool down to like room temperature. It really shines in the fact that you can do the different chambers and just like cool it off a chunk every way. You just get a few of those piping into each other with some heat exchangers going backwards. But I think even if you just have like one or two segments, you could probably get enough to get a lot of work done. It is definitely very difficult to understand and visualize. Physically doing it a few times makes a pretty big difference there. This is my favorite, just having actual rooms. This is what really made it click for me. So when I was building it manually, instead of having magic machines that did things. But that's a lot. Let's see. Got some more plastic, still plenty of plastic. We're gonna need some more glass and more walls. Those are walls. Let's get some glass. Give me like 100 glass. You good on stuff? Everything good? Yeah? Go. You built one of these? Oh, this looks like nothing. This goes in a rocket? What? Weird. What are you? We'll find out. Drink. Potato. So your stages step down temperature just like AC chain. Yes. Every stage, it's the exact same code for each one. The only variable is the pressure that it is trying to empty to. So it will just like use a drain to load liquid in, until it reaches a target amount of liquid in the system, in this chamber. And then if the pressure is above a certain threshold, it pumps air out. And that's what ties it to the whole pollutant. That's what ties it to this whole chart, is you just specify, like, if you, the target at the very beginning is like 5,700, like right as it's coming in when it's barely liquid. You're just barely trying to hold it as a liquid. But then if we move that into the next chamber and target 5,000, our temperature can drop to 100, we cool it off to 100, the next chamber goes down to 4,000, so we're cooling it off to 46 using the 100-degree water, and then etc. You just jump small jumps every time. You can't bring, in a single chamber, you can't bring it down all the way. But if you do like 5 jumps where you're just holding a different pressure, that's all, then you can use the liquid to cool itself down all the way to as cold as it can be. I stand in the corner. I pee. Okay. Okay. So if you're still there, Neff, in your case, you're using the evaporation chambers, and you're just setting on the wheel. You're setting a specific pressure to hold. It's the exact same thing. It's just going to evaporate to that pressure, and then dump waste gas out. So what you want to do is you want to have like 4 or 5 of those in a line with different pressure settings. And then you use the reverse, what is it, the reverse exchanger, dude? What's the heat exchanger? The counterflow heat exchanger. Give me one counterflow heat exchanger. Faster. Yeah. I don't think that worked. What's your deal? Are you out of stuff? You're all done? You made the things? I see 10. Weren't you supposed to make 100? Or did I tell you to make 10? I probably told you to make 10, didn't I? Maybe make 100. Maybe something's wrong in the programming. It should be 100. I expect 100. What was I saying? Counterflow heat exchanger. You can have liquid go one way, so you see liquid is on the bottom here. Just throw one down. Okay, so it has liquid going one way from left to right, and it has gas going from right to left. So you have an evaporation chamber. First off, you just collect a bunch of pollution from outside. And then you've got, you'll have like liquid just being fed in from that. And you can involve a condensation chamber if you need, but you shouldn't need that. You should be able to just pump to high pressure, and then you'll have liquid. Ta-da. So you pump that in, the hot liquid comes in, it goes into an evaporation chamber. You hold like just barely below the level of condensation. So you hold like 5,800, 5,700. You hold something like up here. You hold a very high temperature. That's your hottest tank. And then it'll still evaporate a little to hold that temperature of 141. Any extra gas will go out, and that extra gas going out, you just dump into the environment. That's your exhaust waste gas. It returns to the main world. And that will have a very slightly cooled liquid and holding like a constant liquid. And you feed that in through this counter exchange to the next evaporation chamber, which is going to hold a little lower temperature. And when that dumps out hot gas, the hot gas goes through this counter exchanger the other way and rejoins that main exhaust valve going out into the world, right? So you have hot gas going left, you have the cold going right, and the counterflow heat exchanger forces it only to go that way. So you will be, you'll be using that colder gas to cool off the water or the liquid as it's moving through. And basically along each iteration, you just copy paste that like 4 times, where it's going down a little bit on the pressure. Each time the liquid's getting a little colder, and your gas is exchanging heat all the way out. You'll probably need a couple turbo pumps at the end to force the gas out of the system. Make sure you don't get any condensation in the exhaust pipes, because that's adding heat to the system. You're looking to avoid that. And then you essentially have the exact same thing, but in a much more condensed form, and also that is like a billion times more powerful if you're looking to cool liquid off down to like 20C or something, or ideally towards the bottom range of what it's capable. Then being able to do it in steps like that is just like so much more effective. You can get way more kilojoules of cooling out. I hope that makes sense. I hope you're even still there and you didn't just leave when the ads showed up. Maybe that was helpful. If it didn't help Neff, hopefully it helped someone. It's a great mechanic, using the heat exchangers and the evaporation chambers for a series of cooling. I think the only other thing to be conscious of there might be having a bit of buffer, just like some tanks for the gas and for the liquid. Just help them from having pressure issues, like one in each stage. Alright, I was making things, we were doing stuff. We got some things here and some stuff there.
Oxygen critical.
I think I understand everything except send heat back up the chain. Okay, so that's one of the key things for sure. Like, that's part of what gives it its effectiveness. So the counterflow heat exchanger, it has gas can only go one way, and the liquid can only go the other way. So your cold liquid is forced to go right. That's the only way it's ever going to go. And it's exchanging with the hot gas that's coming out of the system, which is going left. So at every step along the chain, as the hot gas is just going down that single series tube of leaving the system, let's say like the far right chamber, your coldest evaporation chamber, where it's cooling off like, I don't know, 10C liquid into negative 30C liquid or something like that. It will evaporate into like negative 30C air, which will then get pumped out of the system. And the first thing it does is it goes through the counter exchanger to exchange its energy with the hotter liquid coming in. So you heat up the gas, you cool off the liquid coming in, you're exchanging those energies on the way out. And that happens every single jump along the chain, between every chamber, every section. It's cooling off with the water coming in from the last one. So you end up getting like 5 cooling phases for the cold gas, or sorry, 5 heating phases to cool off the liquid as it's moving between each section on its way out at the end where it just gets dumped into the environment. So all of that negative like 30 gas gets like, it's a counterflow. It dumps all its heat and does like all the work of cooling off the liquid, more or less, or a big chunk of it. It's a huge efficiency. It's the same thing as like a petroleum boiler in oxygen not included, is kind of a similar concept, where you have like the input and the output are exchanging heats with each other on the way out, and that creates a huge efficiency. I think it kind of makes more sense to be visualized. It's hard to explain with words. I could throw a couple chambers down and it might make a little more sense. Maybe that helped. You let me know. Happy to explain more or less, whichever you prefer. Let's keep making a rectangle here. Those are fun. Geysers are good. Infinite resources. Whoops. So instead of using phase change to create the cooling effect, you're also using the cold gas produced to cool the gas going down the chain as the waste gas goes up. Yeah, so you're cooling the liquid going down the chain as the waste gas goes back out the other end. And that is a huge efficiency boost. You get way more cooling done. That's correct. And the entire cooling of all of the process, the only cooling involved in the whole system, is evaporation. Sounds like you got it. Think you get it now? That's what you never understood. Yeah. That's like built into the design of the physical chambers. Is we do get that counter heat exchange when the hot gas or when the cold gas, the super cold gas in the far right chamber. I can't even. I'm trapped. I can't move. When the super cold gas in the far right chamber pumps, it pumps left just into this chamber, so it's immediately going to exchange its heat with its surroundings, and it'll cool off this room. And then this room will overpressure, and it'll cool off this room, and cool off this room, and cool off this room, and finally just dump that. So that series, that step, that counterflow heat exchanger item is one of the most critical components in getting the evaporation chain to be able to run down all the way to the end of however far you can evaporate it. You can reach that pretty easily. You just got to do a couple steps. Usually like 4 or 5 stages. And it's just like a different setting for the evaporation chamber, what pressure you're holding. That's all it is. Copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. I haven't tested it. I need to like figure out a way to test it. That should be easy to solve. But it would be fun to see exactly how much cooling that's doing. I think when we were like really working to cool some stuff off, I remember seeing like hundreds of kilojoules of cooling. Like we'd have 5 or more heat exchangers going at like 20 plus. You can get pretty crazy amounts from the evaporative cooling. It's a really fun mechanic. I like that I'm trying to build a rocket and I'm starting with absolutely nothing to do with the rocket. Rocket needs a giant control center. I gotta be able to take my suit off. Seems like the right place to start. Do it. I believe in you. No. Come on. Come on, guy. It's right there. You keep clicking on it, but then you don't click on it enough. Go. Go. This game is really hard. Well, I guess this is where I give up. This is the problem I couldn't tackle. Okay. Exactly. This looks good. Something like this, maybe? Have a little computer, maybe some lights on the ceiling or something. And a very good view of what's going on. I want to watch rockets. I feel like I want to watch rockets. I probably want to pipe water in here just to be able to, like, drink from a water fountain. Now that I mention that, it'd be nice to have water in, like, every room. And then I could start carrying around candy bars someday. That would be nice. It's time to grow. It's time for big, beautiful base. Space is cheap. We have infinite cooling. We should get comfortable. Alright, now do I want to do any sort of solid walls in this? Is it just pure windows? I feel like pure windows is a lot of windows. Let's maybe give it some racing stripes so it's faster. I'm going to do racing stripes. This is rockets. We're getting there. This is what rockets look like. We need a beautiful, gigantic base where we can manage our rockets in peace and drink water. Is this the wrong spot? Yep, my bad. One tile off. This will be interesting too, is like an experiment to see how long does it take our plants to fill this big of a space to like breathe that much air. I think we're good to just blow the walls off, like pump this to vacuum, remove the walls, and then just let the base depressurize for a bit. It'll fill. I think the plants might get angry, but they won't die, and I don't think it'll be unbreathable. Also, we'll have to probably save scum around that just in case. Could do something as simple as like put a door here and then open it and close it whenever we feel like it. Just leak air in. That's probably a better plan. I think I'll probably just Leroy Jenkins it. We're just gonna go for it. Anyway, what do we need? We need some walls. How are we on materials? We're gonna need plastic. We're gonna need more glass. I think I made some. I think I know what you're talking about. Eat mostly cheap food and then eat a teeny bit of good food to bring it up. If I remember right, that doesn't really work anymore. It like slowly moves the bar in one direction or the other. There's like some sort of hidden value. It's like your last 1,000 calories get averaged or something like that, if that makes sense. I also remember doing exactly that in the past, I think. You used to be able to cheese it and just like make a cake last forever. I could be wrong about that. It's a good idea, though. I'm not super excited about these potatoes on the one hand, and on the other hand, I'm happy to have, like, full sustainability, no worries about dying anymore. Just gotta, like, micromanage the dude. He needs to eat so many potatoes. He needs potatoes right now, in fact. He doesn't have enough potatoes. It's just so many clicks. All the time. And it's not even what potatoes look like. They're turned from soup into potatoes. Needs to be chocolate bars. Someday. Someday soon. That's a good side quest. We're very ready for that one. Alright, but for now, I wanted more walls. We got some glass sheets there. You were supposed to make 100 glass sheets, right? And you made 50? No, you made a bunch more. I had them in my inventory. We already used a bunch. Okay. So we need walls. We need plastic. Let's start with walls. Give me like 100 walls is probably fine. Are we still good on mats? Anything getting lowish yet? Oh yeah, silicon or the cobalt's low. Nickel. Not much. Pretty good. Alright, let's continue. We'll let that craft.
Oxygen critical.
What about some of the basics for the rocketry? Where do I want to set up a rocket here? We'll have our rocket station. We'll have, this is like processing for stuff. So this is eventually, right here is where rockets are going to dump stuff, probably. I think it's going to be all like mixed regents, I'm guessing. So mixed regents go here, and then they'll get processed properly. How you doing? You broke? Flashing in air. You're full. What's your error? Is it a programming error? Not a programming error. Centrifuge is full. Why? SideQuest. Why aren't you working? What's your deal? Let's take a quick look. Where are we branching based on regents? What's the max regents? You managed to get to 1,000 without branching, so something's off there. Max regents should be 900. At 900, you should start slowing down. Where are we checking max regents? Stage running is gonna branch relative if the regent count is less than max regents. So if the regent count's less than 900, it's gonna jump 3 lines and it's gonna go full throttle, and it's just gonna keep doing that until max regents is greater than or equal to the regent count. Sorry, the regent count's greater than or equal to max regents. And then at that point it would go to stage slowdown and then jump main, stage slowdown. Just brings the RPMs way down. Goes to stage emptying. Okay. So I don't know why you didn't work, but it looks like you shoulda. Maybe we need to add some logging to see what stage are you in. I'm guessing that if there's a problem in the programming, which pretty much guarantee there's a problem in the programming. What stage loop did this thing get caught in, where it's somehow shit the bed here? I can see your throttle's still at 100, so that makes me think that you'd be chilling in the full throttle stage of running forever. It's like pure silver. Can I see your value? We're looking at like the Regents value on this thing. Regents is 3,000. You were supposed to break at 900, dude. How did you get to 3,000? Does it keep adding stuff somehow? There's something wrong here. Something is wrong. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna pull your thing. No, turn these off. What you doing? If I turn you off and turn you on again. You should be in the stage cooldown already, I would hope. Or no, it's just gonna be sitting in idle. Yeah, it's gonna be sitting in idle until it gets the signal to start. Alright, I don't know what your problem is. I'm gonna manually fix you real quick. Once it's slowed down enough, which I think is pretty quick here. If not now, I can pull the chute. No, it doesn't like that. Come on. Think about it. Come on. You fighting with me? Is it because of the way that I programmed you? Or is it because you're still running? Something's off here. Let's play with these. And on the other hand, I think this one's been running fine for a long time. So maybe there's some sort of edge case that causes it to shit in the bed so fantastically. But I will want to figure that out someday. Stop fighting me. Don't fight me. Hey, you're misbehaving. We're winning. I'm winning. I'm winning right now. Okay, I'm the winner. This is what winning looks like. We run away in victory. Fair enough. I'll take a look at that sometime. That's been mostly working. We've had a couple small issues so far. Alright, where were we? So we need to have rockets launch, and they probably should pretty much launch from this level. I like the idea of having like underground silos a little bit. We could probably take the piping for the fuel and run it this way. And then have the rockets live underground a little bit nearby. Go watch them go shoot. That could be fun. Maybe the rockets live around here. Maybe our first rocket lives like right around here. When are you gonna start the chicken farm and make cake? Oh, I don't know, man. That is kind of a goal. It's not the top of the list. It would be fun to do. I'm pretty okay with potato life for now. Maybe automate cocoa soon is like a first step. And then that would probably carry over to other stuff. Because I'm assume that whatever automation we write for cocoa applies to all plants. Also, I feel like the first goal, or the first big goal, I'm doing a little rockets. That'll be nice. If we get some rockets, that's income. We'll have ore going into the system. But I feel like the first big goal is I still want to finish the auto furnace setup. It's really close. And I think I know how we can get it done. And I think we're most of the way there, even. But that's probably the next big project that I want to tackle. The getting farming going for chickens and cake and all that is definitely a good goal. I think it's going to be a big one. That's going to take some time. So I'm down to put that off for a little. Procrastinate with some rocket ships. Is this where I was digging? How far down do we want to dig? I want to go to like the whole bottom of the map or something. Lava's close, yeah? No? Okay. So connect some pipes and stuff down below, maybe? Make a slightly underground rocket area. Sounds fun. What's up, kitty cat? Who's a good kitty cat? Let's see, and I think, don't these poop fire too? I'm pretty sure this poops fire. So we might need to like dig a exhaust tank or exhaust chute or something. But let's see, we have a launch mount, I think is the first thing. Ooh, it requires a frame below each pillar. Interesting. No problem. Here we go. We got frames. Plug them in. It's rocket time. Alright, do you work now? There we go. Look at that. Big rocket. I'm guessing you need a bunch of steel sheets. Like an absurd amount of steel sheets. Seems right. Screwdriver. Okay. A welding torch. Is that it? Easy peasy. Okay, so we got our landing pad. Area thing, maybe. Let's make sure this can move fire a little bit. Just give it an exhaust, just in case. I don't know if this is necessary at all, but now it's going to exhaust into a gigantic pit. Should be a pretty good spot. Okay. Hello, rocket. What next? Gonna have an engine of some sort. You must be placed inside a fuselage. Okay, we've got a fuselage somewhere too. Deep miner. I'm pretty sure we made a fuselage. There it is. Must be constructed on a fully constructed launch mount. Okay, there we go. That go there. Then you go there. Okay. I'm guessing you need some steel sheets. Insulated pipe. Steel sheets. Okay, that's that. Are you done? You're done? Okay, we got an engine. I don't know what I'm building. Backseat me, Neff. Teach me to do the things. You're the streamer now. Okay, this looks like maybe it's going to be some sort of addition that goes onto like a cargo attachment or something. I think we need to make a physical body of some sort. I wonder what a rocket's made out of. Seen a bunch of different sized tanks. None of these look like they fit in pretty obviously. We want to throw one of these on the top of the thing someday. Oh, and I think they have like a damage percentage. They probably get used as you're out scanning and stuff. Anyway, that's all good. We'll have the computer go up here. Place down fuselages to make the outer shell, fill it with the internals, close it with steel. Okay, cool. That's a fun way to do it. Alright, computer. Can't be centered perfectly? Oh no. It's ruined. Oh god, I can't put it here. But I can't put it here. Oh, but definitely not here. Oh no. Alright. Got a computer. Not doing much yet. Someday. Okay, so we need fuselages. And then we'll load them up with gas. And for our first rocket, that's it. We'll have just like a scout rocket to do some scanning, to look around, to particularly scan our planet, just for starters. That's a good assist. Do that right away. I want to see a map. I want to see what the planet looks like. I want to see where we can put outposts. And then that'll probably be like a permanent scout. Just zoom around and check out the whole world. Then maybe at a certain point we'll have explored everything. And we can repurpose it. Alright, so what does the general rocket shape look like? What is a general rocket shape? How many fuselages? How tall is the normal rocket? Do you normally do like 2 things of fuel and 1 thing of storage? In this case, are we just going to do like 2 things of fuel and call it good? What can I even build with my rocket ship? Do I need an access bridge? That sounds like it would be fun. Maybe we need an airlock and an access bridge so that we can enter our rocket ship like astronauts. That sounds fun. Hi, kitty. What's up? Who's a good boy? What is a gas umbilical? I'm guessing that's going to be a thing we need. A power umbilical as well. Go ahead and give me one of these. Sure, it's a thing. And then fuselages. For the engine, I chose the pressured gas one. This one. Gotcha. I was thinking I might want to leave eventually to go to Europa or something. I'm guessing after this save, I'll probably put the game down for a bit and wait for some expansions. It's been fun, having a good time. There's a rocket transformer. What is this? Does the rocket have its own gigantic power battery and need its own transformers? Okay, we've got one gas fuel tank. Launch tower. I think we need these as like the spine. Probably need some of these. Give me 3. And then I think I'm looking for fuselages mostly. Hey, who's cat? What you doing? Cat's bored. Cat wants to go for a walk. I love you, cat. What's this look like? Some sort of connection port? Pressure-fed engine uses the input pressure of the fuel you supply. Sounds good. I was thinking that would be better. Then we could have like a small tank that we deliberately pressurize to a certain pressure and then plug that straight in to the rocket so it would quickly reach the correct pressure. And then we'll just set whatever the right thing is there. Fairly similar to like jetpack setup or air tank setup for the suits. Should be good. What's up, Katie? Okay, cool. I like that idea of building in it just like a normal base. That's a good idea. Alright, are you done? You're done? You made some spines? Do I need fuselages too? Fuselage. Do I need more of these? Make me one of these. Maybe there's variations. We did the floor fuselage and there's wall fuselages. I demand steel. Thank you. Alright, there's some stuff. We were low on plastic mostly. Give me some plastic. Give me like 100 of those. Give me 200 of those. Go. What do these look like? Something. That's what I spent the last 2 or 3 play sessions debugging and working out, is getting it to the point where the machines will request whatever they need, and then this brain here will set the target shoots and send stuff. So that, combined with all the logic for like only building a certain amount of things, allows us to just say build me any amount of any things and it'll autofill the machines and not overbuild or anything. It's super nice. I wanted to put that to use and start building things. It's just like immediately very useful. And then the next step is to finish up the furnace portion so that it will auto-fill the mall for any of the advanced stuff. And at that point, like the whole production process and distribution and everything is done. All automated. Game becomes sandbox. Pretty happy with it. That was a fun problem to solve, and it's one that I haven't done before. It's probably the trickiest thing I've done for IC code so far. It had a few weird peculiarities. Not a bad word for it. Into the corner of shame with the other garbage. I need a trash can. Trash can would be good. Alright, what's the fuselage look like? Do you have different devices? Okay, yes, yes. So this is what we're looking for. This is different. All sorts of different things. Whoa, dude. Doors? Like an elevator? Like for people? Do I put the cat in there? You wanna go to space? You're ready. Look at you. We need more of those. Give me 4 more of those. Go.
Oxygen critical.
Oh, we did it. Okay, I was thinking do this style, and then one more window in the middle. Oh no. Oh, I'm trapped. Oh, let me up. Oh, uppies. Uppies. Need more? Got a few more. Progress. We should probably route power through the ceiling as well. It's a good idea. Okay. How about some power? Got the main power line already here. We just grab that. Run it through. This corner is fine. I don't even know if this is necessary. I guess why not? Thinking we have the power already down there where all our rocket stuff's going to be connected, and we're going to have a connection, I think, between this spot and the rockets down below. So are you gonna have to run a wire down the wall? Or down, straight down below? One way or another? Anyway. Off. Progress. Let's see, what about cable? Give me like 200 of these. 200 cable, go. What's going on in here? Finishing some stuff. Made some things. Very good. What are we low on? Walls already, maybe? How are we on walls? We're good on walls. What about materials? Pretty okay on materials. Still making more plastic. Alright. Right back out. Rocket just needs batteries. Special rocket batteries. Fuel tanks. And probably a scanner and miner. Okay. I was thinking multiple rockets. But multi-purpose rocket is probably a good idea. So is scanner like an internal part then? I was thinking that was like the head of the rocket would be a scanner, like a big radar on the top. I'm thinking I want to do a tower here.
Jetpack low.
Jetpack low.
Jetpack critical.
Jetpack low. Oh no. I don't have to do this at all. I'm doing all this to save like 2 clicks. I have a full jetpack in my inventory. But that's not a challenge. Can we do it? Am I gonna jump in the lava? Maybe. This makes me feel things. Oh, we did it. Alright, let's see. What were we doing here? All sorts of things. Got a few things going. This area is actually almost done. We can pump that to vacuum and blow out the wall pretty quickly here. So that's about ready. Rocket's getting started. Got the landing pad. Got the pressure-fed engine. We need a launch tower, I'm guessing. I doubt we can go very far without a launch tower. Do these have an orientation that matters? Maybe that one. Do you need any stuff? Just go up and we call it good? Do you need to be welded? You probably need to be welded. Everything always needs to be welded. No, no, no. Okay. I'm guessing that's going to give us the ability to expand more. Can we do fuselage? Yep. They have different types. I'm guessing that's just like a different appearance. Other than the one with doors is for people, I'm told. So don't do that. Got fairings. Okay, let's just grab this one's fine. Pick the first one. Okay. So you use steel to construct. It constructs super fast. And then you can wrench it apart, I'm guessing, to do all your construction on the inside. And build your things in your stuff. And then weld it shut. Nice. Alright, how tall should it be? How tall is the rocket? I'm guessing like 3 to 5 segments. I assume there's some optimal size where you don't want to just make like a super duper crazy infinity rocket. We'll see. I'm liking BF6. BF6 is fun. I've been playing a ton of it. Alright, there's a couple more fuselages. That could basically do the rest of the rocket. What about batteries? I hear rocket batteries are a thing. Give me 1 rocket batteries. It's going to request the things that it needs, and they're going to come shooting down the tube, and then it's going to make exactly 1 because science. Amazing. I think that takes forever. I'm not going to watch it. Let's see. We're good on these. I think we're good on walls. Are we good on plastic? Yeah, we got a lot of plastic. A lot of glass. And some walls. And even a battery. I think we're good to head back out.
Oxygen critical.
So do rockets take a lot of power? Or is it even like they take a large amount of power to charge their batteries? I wonder if it makes sense to give them their own power line. Could even, this is the Stirling engine power generation. I could easily just like chop some of this off for the rockets. Or just make a couple more Stirling engines, plug it into the existing system. Basically infinite power. Right next to the rocket. It's convenient. Anyway. Getting ahead of myself, one thing at a time. Gigantic, unnecessary, beautiful space station. Give me a rocket control center with a whole bunch of room to breathe. Excuse me. I thought I was gonna win that. I lost that fight. Strong sneeze. Worthy opponent. Getting close. I want to pump this thing to vacuum like right away. Alright, I'm gonna leave this one window open. Right here. Everything else is closed. Think all the way around everything. Including in here. Missing one ceiling right now. Ah, a couple here. I suppose I can check this by just looking at the iPad and check that it's a room. But I think we're just about done. Got this top portion. And then we can pump it to vacuum, see what happens. Okay. Nope. Alright, it's done. Immediately falls through a hole. Perfect, it's done, except it's not. There's a hole right here, so we can go in and out. I think it's about ready. Let's basically pump this to vacuum right now. One last quick scan. Nothing. Looks fine. Okay. So I am going to give you a transformer. Transformer, go this way. Give that maximum power. Plug it in. We now have power. Let's plug this into a gigantic fan. Just blow air right outside. We'll do that, and then we'll bust out the wall and see if we're good. I think we'll be good. We could do a door here if we need. What do we need? I want big fan. Big fan is something I do not have in my inventory. Any big fans to spare? Nope. Let's get a big fan. What is that? Powered vent? Give me like 10 of these. Go. Is there any in the wall? Don't think so. Not seeing anything. All good. What's up, cat? You look good, cat. Dancing. It should put like 5 of these through. Come on. I think 5 is a stack and then it goes. Yeah, you gonna do it? You thinking about it? You gonna do it? Is that right? Yep. Go space. And on my face. Nice bounce. I bet that hurt.
Oxygen critical.
Alright, we're going in.
Oxygen critical.
Just want a big fan. That's all. Big fan, go here. Then what do you need? If I remember right, it's electric components and like pipes or something. Screwdriver and electric components. Welding torch, plastic sheet. Alright. Almost done here. Direction is inward. This needs to plug into something. Let's give it a few somethings to plug into here. Okay. Oops, that goes there, that goes there. Power go here. Alright, it's all plugged in and ready to go. Well, that's not true. It's plugged in and ready to turn on, and then it's gonna explode pipes. Let's add a couple outlets on the other side. I think we can just use the regular passive ones. Alright. And let's double check this is a room. First we shut the door, or shut the wall. Now we can check our laptop. What's it say? Is this a room? This is room 101, which means it was, if there was any wall missing, it would say world. So we are in the right room. I'm gonna save. We're gonna pump to vacuum. Let's turn that on. That's just gonna pump all the air out, and then we can take off the wall and see if we're good. Goodbye, Neff. You have a nice day. I gotta run ads here while it's pumping the vacuum. Hello, kitty. Who's a good boy? You want some cuddles? You want to show everyone how cute you are? I love you. You're a good kitty. Cat. The best cat. My favorite cat. The wonderful widgety kitty. Whoa, how's that going up? God, it's just a fucking hole in the wall? You serious? No. Just fucking holes in the wall. Put holes in the wall. Is that you, cat? Did you put holes in the wall? You'd never put holes in the wall. Alright, are we good? Nothing but the carbon dioxide from my jetpack. Yeah, we're cool. Alright, let's see if this works. This is likely too much. This game is complicated with a cat on your lap. Who's a good kitty? Who's an excellent widgety kitty cat? He's got big purrs. I don't know if they're audible, but they're there. Alright, well, we might be okay here. This room is slurping down less air than I expected. Our pressure's definitely decreasing. But, it's not gonna be bad, hopefully. Can I take off my helmet? Let's open up all the walls. Oh, these are double walls. I forgot. Because they look better. Which they do. Alright, that's half of it. Oh, close enough. We'll call that good. Let's go ahead and take off the suit. Oh, big shutters. Can I breathe? Still breathing. Okay. Cool. The base grows. The air flows. The pressure goes down. And then it will slowly fill back up to its target of 65 kilopascals. Just as carbon dioxide is turned into oxygen. More. Hey, don't fucking chomp me. Are you serious? Are you serious? You're gonna just chomp me? You just gonna take a bite? Really? I'm not food. Don't chomp me. How about that cat, though? It's just cat content. He's so good. This is the content now. We're just chilling. It's been like 10 hours. And I'm cooked and I'm hungry. And my cat's taking chomps out of me. He needs attention. I think we're nearing quitting time for now. We're getting there. This is good. This was only a couple hours, but this was already a good session. Found a whole nother crafting machine. Managed to plug it into the, I don't know what to call it, the beast. The mall. Got it all plugged in with relatively little effort. Hello, good boy. Started on rocketry, got a basic rocket set up a little bit. Gotta do a lot more there. But we got the pieces and we got the machine for making the pieces. And we made a gigantic control center so that we can have big base. More room for activities. That all plugs in with 0 effort. The plants will fill this with air, and the air conditioning will handle it fine. It's right in front of us. That little blue line is the air conditioning. This is good. I think next time it's time to do a little more rocketry. I want to play more with rocketry. I want to make a rocket go. Need to do some programming on the mall for the auto furnace. That'll be nice to have. I want to take a break. I want to take a break and I want to eat food. And I want to hang out with Kitty Cat. He needs some attention. I love him very much. Good boy. Okay, it's break time. How about that cat, though? This is the rest of the stream. It's just cat. Oh! Always jumping. Always jumping me. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I hope you enjoyed. I'll be back soon. I'm gonna throw a raid at anybody playing Stationeers.